this month, we're about to see something pretty neat in the sky. This morning, we had Fred Gassert, chairman of the Lake Afton Public Observatory, to share more about this, and I'm probably going to say it wrong. It's a super moon, or is it, I'm going to say a super blood moon eclipse or something. It's incredible. It's an eclipse that has everything in it, pretty much.
Yeah.
Jam-packed.
The super moon is when it's at its closest. So it appears to be up to 15% larger than when it's at its furthest. The January, February, and March moons are all going to be supermoons. February is going to be the largest. So it just happens that this eclipse happens when that happens.
That's cool.
The blood moon, during the eclipse, the moon looks red because it's in the shadow and it's getting light refracted around the Earth's atmosphere, and that gives it this red, rustic look, and that's why they call it a blood moon. The wolf moon is a name given to it by the Farmer's Almanac. They name all the moons all through the year, and the wolf moon is when the wolves howl at the moon, and so that's where the name comes from. So all those names come together, and it just also happens to be a lunar eclipse. Lunar eclipse occurs.
Everything.
Occurs when the moon and the sun are on opposite sides of the Earth, and the shadow of the Earth covers the moon.
And the one thing that I think is really neat about this event is not only does it include pretty much everything that you could think of in regard to an eclipse, but also that it's at a good time for people to watch. So it takes place come next Sunday is when people can catch a glimpse of stuff. What do we need to know about that?
Next Sunday, it starts around 9:30 in the evening.
Okay.
You'll start to see the shadow come onto the moon. It'll go from right to left. And it will end up encompassing and covering up the moon completely. At the total eclipse will begin at 10:41, and it will end at 11:44. So it's a long
time.
It's a long, slow process. It's nothing instant. You can go out and come back, and go out and come back, and and see it as it progresses.
Well, it's kind of just perfect timing for a lot of people. So everything starts, like you said, the evening of Sunday, the 20th, and then Monday morning, really early Monday morning on the 21st. That maximum eclipse, like you said, probably close to 11:30, 11:40 or so for people to check out. But you all are hosting an event as well if people want to go and see everything. It starts, what, at 7:30 that night?
We're opening at 7:30. We'll be open from 7:30 to midnight. We'll have all of our exhibits going. We'll have the telescope operating, so we'll be able to see other things before the eclipse. We'll have staff on hand to show you what is actually happening with the eclipse, and it's going to be a great night.
I think it's going to be pretty cool, in particular also because you have the holiday the next day, so people can go and look at everything and not feel so worn out.
Timing is
kids will be
everything.
out of school in a lot of communities, so that will be good too. So take advantage of this if you can. Again, if you want to check out everything with the Lake Afton Public Observatory, you can head over to their website, but you can also check them out on Facebook and see the event information. Again, 7:30 on that Sunday night is when everything starts. Fred, we're just so glad to have you here this morning, and hopefully we'll get some people checking out everything with this pretty neat event.
And we are open every Friday and Saturday night this time of year from 7:30 to 9:30 for the public. And I mean, we were open last night. There were people out, even though it was cloudy and rainy, but we still have exhibits that you can look at, and there's things to do. So.
Well, we want to send people your way. We'll be right back, everybody.
Thank you.
Stay here.